Hi, my name is Brooke and I have Crohn's disease, and this story is about my first ever colonoscopy back when I was 14 years old. So this story took place in 2011. I was 70 pounds, about 5'8", had no appetite, and was in pain constantly. So this colonoscopy was to confirm that I have Crohn's disease, and newsflash, I do. So a week before my scheduled appointment, my mom was a really big fan of hospital dramas, and so we were watching an episode, and a person who was having an endoscopy had a heart attack and died. And my 14-year-old mind was like, absolutely not, this is a sign, I'm not doing this, no way. So at that point I was dead set on not having a colonoscopy. At this point I've already had thousands of other tests, and I was kind of just done with it. I didn't want it anymore. I was tired. 3 days now before my procedure, I had popcorn. My mom was livid. At the end, who did it hurt? Me, because I was in so much pain. However, if I knew that was my last time ever eating popcorn, because I haven't had popcorn since, I would have enjoyed it a lot more. Next day is the prep day, and when you have a colonoscopy, you have to go through a prep. And so back then, it was more of a gallon drinks that you had to drink, and that's still an option, I believe, today. However, nowadays I take the 2 16-ounce drinks, and that's much better, but that's a different story. So I was miserable, and then it came day of the procedure, and I was doing everything I could to get out of it. I did not want to do this. Now you get signed in, and I still kind of laugh at this point. I get it, this is procedure and they have to ask this, but the time that she asked it was just super funny, because I get on the scale, right, and they have to weigh you and stuff, and so she's like, okay, you're 70 pounds, are you pregnant? And I'm just like, yeah, 70 pounds, pregnant. I mean, I guess it could happen. However, it was just super funny to me as a 14-year-old. And then I get in bed and they have the IVs on me, and then my anxiety just kind of keeps going through the roof. And my biggest fear was the going under, being put under. That was what scared me the most out of everything. Nowadays, I much prefer to be put under. I embrace it. I'm paying for this nap, I'm gonna enjoy it. So that's my outlook now, but back then I was terrified. And the anesthesiologist was a kind guy, because he had to put up with me. He was like, what do you want to be when you're older? And I wanted to be a lawyer, because if anyone hurts me, I can sue them. That was my response. And he's like, oh, okay. And then he's like, count down from 100. I made it all the way to 75. Nowadays, I count down from 10. I barely make it to 8. I fought so hard on it. Ended up having the procedure. It confirmed I had Crohn's. And so then I wake up. And when I wake up, I am so drugged. My favorite color is blue, especially baby blue. And so I was so out of it. I just kept saying hi to everyone. And then this guy, he's got to be 22 maybe at the time, but 14-year-old me thought he was the most handsome guy I've ever seen. And do I remember what he looks like today? Absolutely not. But back then, that moment, he was the best looking thing, and he had a baby blue wheelchair. So all the way from inside the hospital to my car, my parents' car, I should say, I sung, I'm in a baby blue wheelchair, and this guy is hot, and I would point behind me. So that was 14-year-old me, embarrassing the crap out of myself. I hope he feels really good about himself because of that, or at least made his day. Colonoscopy, I've had 5 in total. I'm a much better patient nowadays than I was when I was 14. I am much more relaxed. I know the drill. And that is my first ever colonoscopy story. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to watch any other Crohn's disease videos, I am posting them on my YouTube and on my TikTok, so you can check those out. And yeah, have a good day, and thanks for watching.